planting okra in between, because some of the drip lines were we removed the onions. If you remember, we removed our onions, we harvested our onions, and we also cut down our tomatoes. So we had tomatoes that were heavily invested by disease and pests, so it was not a good thing to leave them on the plot, because they would transfer the pests and diseases to other crops. So we uprooted them and dug out the soil nicely, and now we are just doing some okra that I had brought, because I've realized that okra is a simple crop to plant. So you just directly plant the seed into the soil, and after 7 days the seed will germinate and will germinate from there. So it's something that you can directly plant, and it doesn't consume a lot of days to grow. Okra is also resistant, and it's good for our climate. I've also realized that I can sell quite a lot. Actually, we are harvesting okra two times a week, and the market currently is at $4. Is it no $0.4 per kg? So it's a crop that is doing quite well, and it does not require a lot of disease management, and it's very simple, and the climate is good for okra, and that's why we've done that. So today we are just doing the okra, setting up our drip lines again, and ensuring that when we harvest, we plant something new on the crop, and that's how you have like a consistency in planting. So when one crop is harvested, you're able to grow another crop. And we are also doing our crop rotation, whereby when we harvest one crop, like now the onions or the tomatoes, we plant a different crop, and not necessarily bringing in the same crop. And this will be good, because we will not transfer pests and diseases or issues from the previous crop. So this is just us trying to maximize the small plot. This is just a quarter acre that out of the 10 acres at Movie Farm, it's a quarter acre that we've installed the drip irrigation, and something that we will use for sustainable agriculture. Before planting, we've poured some manure on top of the soil. This is our organic manure from our cattle and the goats. It's been there for quite a few months, so it's already processed. It's kind of like a very rich soil for us, and this will ensure that when we plant our seeds, they will grow very well, and they will have that robust growth, or they will have like they will not strain, and they'll have all the nutrients that they need. So when we clean up our cattle sheds or our goat shed, we bring in the manure at the farm, and then that manure is processed, or it just stays there as it waits to be um, spread to our soils. And yeah, so I think you've seen that in our previous videos, whereby I had shown you how to sweep the cow shed and how to bring the manure here. If you've not seen that and you would like to learn about that, please just check the one of the playlists, and you're going to learn more about organic farming. So we are currently practicing organic farming, growing our own food um, on a small piece of land, and this is food that we are going to use for our household. When we have surplus, we sell it to our nearby vendors. We don't take them to the market, because you'll find that the return will not be uh, so much if you start transporting things to the farm. But from the farm, but we sell at the farm, uh, of course at a lower rate that is the farm gate price, and the income received is used to pay the cashiers, pay some of the expenses for the farm, and also buy uh, if you have any diseases, buy chemicals for spraying. But we are currently minimizing all that, and just trying to be as to use as little as we can, so that we don't uh, incur a lot of capital when we are doing this. So the procedure is we dig up, of course, make the soil to be as smooth and as smooth as possible, so that the seeds do not, you don't put the seeds on a very dry surface or hard surface. So she's just like digging up the drip and raising up the bed. So you can check like how many drip lines you have per bed, and that will um, give you the measurement for how how big your nursery needs to be. So ours is currently we have 2 drip lines uh, per bed. I also brought in the rain hose. So a rain hose is quite expensive than the regular drips. It's on the higher side. It's quite expensive, but it brings in water as like the word rain. So it brings in a good amount of water, because I think there's a fertilizer clip that I did, or episode that I did. Please look out for that, or I will tag it into this video so that I can show you, or it will be the next video that you watch. So a rain hose will have like a good significant amount of water uh, for both sides. For both, it removes water in 2 directions until it looks more of a sprinkler, but on a drip line. So that's what we got, and it will ensure that the crop has significant amount of water, as opposed to just having that small drop of water that is gotten from the drip line. um, uh, I think maybe going forward, or when we try to to enlarge the area or have a bigger area that we are planting, we might bring in the sprinklers, because I'm sure, or I guess a sprinkler will be much cost efficient in terms of installation, and also in terms of me buying it, and it is going to cover a bigger area than just a rain hose. So that's something that I will check as we expand to as we expand the land, or as we expand the crops. um yeah, so I'll watch out for that, and I will share with you insights in the upcoming video. So these are our lemons. Actually, Makindu, or our movie farm is in a place where lemons do very well. I tried planting oranges or pixels, and they did not grow, or they dried up. I do not know if it's maybe we didn't water them well, or maybe I didn't have the right variety. But I'm quite encouraged by the onions, and quite now right now the market for onions, we have a good market for onions, not onions, for lemons. We have a good market for lemons, and it has encouraged me to do more trees on lemons. I might had like 100 trees in during April rains, just for lemons, because with what the market for lemons is there, because people are now thinking about detoxing, healthy living, and stuff. So when you just use a lemon and maybe add some ginger into it, it's a crop that you will not lack market. So we applied manure on the tree last year, and because we've had good rains, and also because we've watered the place, we water our trees, then it has given us a quite amount of lemons. And right now we are selling one lemon. We are selling 3 lemons for $1. So it's quite encouraging if you have a few or around 100 trees of lemon. So I'll keep you posted on our lemon venture in 2024. So that's in my bucket list. I'm going to add lemons to Mbobe Farm, and we will harvest these lemons in the next 2 years. Yes. And in the field of lemon, that's our corn, the corn that we planted last year, which is going to be harvested in mid-February. So now the bed is nicely raised, the soil is loose and smooth, and that's when now you know that you're ready to plant. Okra is a very nice crop. You can harvest it as much as you want, more than 8 months actually, and you harvest twice a week. So if you're a new farmer and you're looking for something simple to grow, as you learn, I propose okra. Of course, look at your market, look at your location if okra does well. And okra is a crop that is very handy and can be grown in dry areas, because Makindu is in a very, very dry area. I would also propose that you do ndania. Think of ndania as something that you can do as a farmer. If you're consistent, you just need to be consistent in farming. Do one crop that you're very sure about, that will not give you a lot of headache, and it's not like tomato. Start small. Make sure that your neighbors and your market know that you're the go-to person for a certain crop. If they want dania, they can say very confidently you have dania. Imagine growing dania throughout the year. You're going to harvest and you're going to get a good income, a significant income, if you're looking for that. If you want, you can do okra, just a simple crop. Make sure that you have okra throughout the year. Okra is a crop that is loved by the coastal people. So if you're in maybe now in my region or near the coastal place, please do okra. It's a very good crop, and it does not need like the management is very simple. So right now I'm going to plant the Nia F1 okra. We've harvested tomatoes, and we've also uprooted some of the tomatoes that were not doing so well. So this is just some tomatoes, but the variety was not so good. So I'm going to plant a different variety in the coming season, which is resistant to pests. Sorry about that. But mostly I think it was the rains. Tomato do not need a lot of water or a lot of rains, and therefore that's why our tomatoes did not do well. So it's not about maybe the variety, but it's about the weather, the weather that yeah, the weather. You can see it has quite a lot. It has blackened spots. It has the leaves were I think it is um, there's just a lot of pests into these tomatoes, and that's why we uprooted them, because we didn't want this disease to spread into our other crops. We've uprooted all that, and we are planting something new. And yeah, I think this is it. Just trying to grow small, learning what crops are working for us, what crops are not working for us. And if you're new to the channel, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We welcome you to the channel, and this is a place where we are going to grow. If you're looking to, as a small farmer, if you're looking to start small, and also if you want to learn, we are going to tell you the mistakes that we've done, how we are growing, and how encourage you to also grow with us. It will be a good pleasure for me to know that you're gaining something from the channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you so much, and you've encouraged us to make more videos. Uh, as this. And this is the sunset at Booby Farm. Just a good sunset, though my camera is not as good, but yeah, we are enjoying the sunset. Thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next video.